Hey everyone, happy Halloween. This is First Warn Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brad Pams. Quick update. We'll try to make this quick on the impending winter storm. And again, this is primarily going to be a mountain event. And I know people are starting to worry about Halloween trick-or-treating tonight. Let me show you why it's not a really big deal, at least the early trick-or-treating. Here's our storm system. You can see it over the Midwest. Quite a bit of snow has been falling in areas up here in northern Michigan, northern parts of Wisconsin. It's really coming down. This is the upper level low up in this area. It's diving south, the 500 millibar vorticity we call it, and it's really cranking up. In fact, let me show you a live camera. This is up at Boyne Highlands, which is up there in northern Michigan, area I worked at. My second job in TV was up here in northern Michigan, and you can see it's coming down pretty good coverage there at the ski resort towards Boyne Mountain, which is up there in the northern part of lower Michigan. So as we look at that snow, it's diving down. There's been a couple of locations that have seen 6, 7, 8 inches of snow, and all that mess is diving down here. You can see we're in the 40s right now. Let me turn off the radar, and I'm going to loop this a couple of times so you can kind of see how this is developing. We've got a little low off the coast, which is interesting. That's moving away, but this is the main action up here over parts of Lake Michigan. You can actually see a little swirl there moving right down the western shore of Michigan and heading towards the south. And this is what's going to be heading our way later tonight. So let's look at how this is going to unfold, because the first thing a lot of people are going to be worried about tonight is going to be the potential for some rain for trick-or-treating. And again, this would be rain, not snow. We're not worried about snow right now. So let me show you the models here. We'll go out into the future and we'll show this thing sliding to the south. And actually, I will show you precipitation type in a second, but we'll go towards the evening hours. This is 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. We'll zoom in. You can see how the system's getting closer. So here we are at about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock is when we start to get some showers popping up. A lot of this is likely not going to reach the ground, but this main band definitely will. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So I really think that 9 to 10 o'clock time frame, as you can see tonight, is when we're going to see rain moving into the mountains and into the Piedmont. Then we get towards 11, 12, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. The rain will be around. This will be a very cold rain, and this eventually is going to start mixing in with snow in the mountains. So let me back this up. We'll go into Saturday briefly, and you can see Saturday's a mess. I mean, it's just rain all over the place. And again, that's mostly rain. So let me back this up and we'll go look at precipitation type, because obviously that's what people are worried about. So we'll start today. No worries today. Again, initially anything that moves in is going to be all rain, even in the mountains. But notice as we get towards later tonight, and again, this is 9 p.m. tonight, it's all rain in the Charlotte area, but notice the blues. The blues are when we're starting to see snow in the mountains. And as we go into the overnight hours, it becomes all snow in the mountains, especially above 2,000 feet. Here in the Piedmont, it's all rain. We wake up tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. and we start to see a little bit of a mix in the upstate. And this is our window. If we're going to see any wet snowflakes, it's going to be early tomorrow morning as the upper low is getting close and passing over. So you can even see around Hickory and maybe down in South Carolina. This is highly unlikely down here. I really think in here is where you're going to see some wet snowflakes mixing in. And then we go into the afternoon and it's just all rain. So there's that window. It's in the early morning hours tomorrow before lunchtime that we're going to see. So how much snow are we talking about? Well, let's show you snow totals. We'll start tonight and watch carefully in the mountains as we get closer. We'll show you the snow developing after midnight and really into tomorrow morning. I'll stop this at 8 a.m. You can see the snow setting up along the Tennessee line. The Smoky Mountains towards Mount LeConte absolutely could get hammered from the storm. And then we go into the afternoon hours tomorrow. We'll go to 2 p.m. And notice this stuff across the Piedmont. That's likely not going to happen or accumulate. But when you go into the mountains, look at this. Real heavy snow. I mean, this is 10 to 12 inches of snow in the Smoky Mountains, right there where you would expect it to be heaviest. And in Asheville, not much. Trace amounts. This is all going to be around Asheville and the higher elevations. Up through Boone, I expect along the Tennessee line definitely will be the area that gets hit the hardest as it moves in to the mountains. So we're primarily looking at a mountain event. Doesn't mean we couldn't see some snowflakes east of the mountains. It's mainly just going to be a cold, miserable rain tomorrow east of the mountains with temperatures barely getting into the 40s. And it looks like a pretty wet and soggy day. Not the greatest day to be outdoors. If you have any outdoor plans tomorrow, dress for winter. This is a true winter storm. You throw in maybe 30 to 40 mile-an-hour winds, temperatures in the 40s, and on top of all of this, you're talking about temperatures barely getting into the 40s. So it's going to feel like the middle of January. So prepare now. Big deal for the mountains, more of an inconvenience for the Piedmont tomorrow. Of course, we'll be tracking this throughout the afternoon and starting at 4 o'clock on NBC Charlotte, and I'll keep things up to date online. We'll have some updated snowfall maps, and if anything changes, I'll be the first to give it to you on Facebook, Twitter, or at wcnt.com. Have a great day. Enjoy Halloween. Stay warm, and please stay safe out there tonight.